Thanks, everyone.
Hi, Warwick. How you doing?
There it is. I'm doing good. It's very overwhelming, this whole thing. I mean, you get the award and then you have to talk to loads of people, still trying to look good, and you feel like you're so shiny.
You're not shiny.
And I'm not shiny. I feel very shiny. Shinier than that.
How was it in there, being celebrated by all your peers?
That was amazing. I mean, you get up onto the stage, it's this surreal moment. I'm used to being on stage, but nothing quite prepares you for being on stage receiving a Bafta. I mean, you look out and you see the great and the good of the film industry looking back at you, applauding you, standing up on their feet. So yeah, it's pretty overwhelming. Then you sort of notice this on the podium next to you, and the whole kind of gravity of the situation hits you. You're trying to remember what you want to say, sound eloquent, and hopefully the world will understand. Then you suddenly remember how many people are actually watching around the world as well. So all these things compound to making you almost speechless, but yeah, it's me, that'll never happen.
Was there anyone in the audience or watching at home, or someone that you were thinking of that you were sort of directing the speech towards?
Well, my kids were in the front row next to where I was sitting, and they've been brilliant support to me, particularly recently, and so it was so good to have them in the room with me. Yeah, they were so excited when I found out that I'd got the Bafta, really supportive as well. And I got one up on Annabelle because she was only nominated for a Bafta, didn't win, so I beat her. I'm excited.
Where were you when you got told, by the way?
Oh, you know, is that what you've asked me, cheeky? Okay, I was on the toilet when I found out. They notified me by email, so I do most of my administration work on the toilet. I nearly said paperwork, but you might have got the wrong idea. So I was going through my emails, and there was one on Bafta, and then I flicked through, and there was a letter announcing that I'd been awarded the fellowship amongst amazing names like Judi Dench, Sidney Poitier, Steven Spielberg, etc. And then I got all excited. I was like, wow. And then suddenly it dawned on me, is this a kind of fake email? You know, like some sort of scam. So then I quickly clicked on the email address it was from and noticed it was a Bafta email address. So finished off on the loo. You didn't need that detail. And washed my hands, which I always do. Good practice. And then went and celebrated with the kids.
And because obviously there are so many people that get up on that stage and they're like, oh no, I didn't write a speech. What is the pressure of when you do have the time to write the speech?
Well, that's the cheeky thing. When you're a fellow, you know in advance. So I'm not going up there just thinking, oh, I don't know what to say. You know, I wanted to make sure I thanked people correctly, and you know, it was a nice speech that meant something as well. I had a few more jokes in my back pocket, but I was trying to judge whether is this the time for that or not, but I hope I hit the right notes with it and thanked who I should have thanked. I'll soon find out when I look at my phone. They'll be like, why didn't you mention me? I saw Steve Merchant earlier and he was hoping he was mentioned, but I said, well, your name's too long. I've got 90 seconds, so tough luck.
As an inspiration to so many, who has inspired you the most on this journey?
Who's inspired me the most? Wow. I mean, I've got some great mentors in the shape of like George Lucas and Ron Howard. I think George ultimately because he was the first kind of employer of mine way back in 1981, and since then continued to support me as a performer and sort of trusted me with roles he had written right up to the present day. We've remained friends. So yeah, I would say George really.
And the British film industry is such an incredible institution. What do you think that we do the best here? What do you think that we do so well with British cinema?
Let me just pick up a bit more on George Lucas there as well. And also I admire what he's done for cinema as well. Not just in making films, but trying to make sure the quality of the films the presentation is up to standard as well. And founding ILM as well, brilliant visual effects company. You know, why isn't he on this list of fellows as well? Beat him to it, didn't I? I'll get a phone call from him later as well. Where was me in the speech and why haven't I got one of these? Who do I talk to? So I've forgotten your other question.
About British cinema and what do you think we do so well?
Well, we have the best technicians in the world, the best filmmakers here, which is why the world comes to the UK to make their films. probably the tax breaks as well. But look at, if you go out to the west of London now, there's so many brand new studios springing up. So we've got wonderful facilities here. It's a great place to make a movie, and you have these wonderful BAFTA-winning actors here as well.
And I'm going to turn it over to the press in the room. Ella.
Now I'm scared.
Hello, Ella from Letterboxd here. Warwick, so many Letterboxd members around the world adore your films and so much of your work. So many of your films are in their favourite films. So I have a question for you, which we ask everyone. Could you share with us 4 of your favourite films, please?
Wow, okay. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure list, this. There's nothing arty in here at all, but top of the list would be Planes, Trains and Automobiles with John Candy and Steve Martin. Beautiful, heartwarming comedy, wonderful performances, absolutely my top film of all time. Moving on from there would be, trying to sound sophisticated, but you can't when you say the word Anchorman, can you? Anchorman, Will Ferrell's movie. Then also Muppets Christmas Carol, beautiful Christmas movie, a lot of heart. And what else are we going to stick in this list? I don't know, should I say...
A movie that made you want to act, maybe? A performance that you really love?
Performances. Gosh. I don't know. Just give me a second. There's a lot going on here. Yeah, let's carry on. I will
just yell out one at the end.
Yeah, I'll just throw it out there, okay?
It's all good. Thank you.
It'll come to me.
Hello, Josh from Talk Radio. I am a massive Harry Potter fan. I saw clips of them played in the montage. You know, it's such an icon of cinema. Obviously, we lost Dame Maggie this year. What does the franchise mean to you?
It's more like making a soap opera on a massive scale. You know, each year we would make a film, then we'd go away to our lives again, all come back with different haircuts. It's like going back to school, literally, and start all over again. It was epic, and we all got very close, know each other. Like, for example, like Tom presented my award. We became very good friends on the film. You know, I've known him since he was, I think it was 12, he said, didn't he? So, yeah, it was a great kind of time in my career to work on those films. Loved every minute. And to kind of know that it lives on, you know, everywhere I go, people know the series of films. It's only Star Wars has done that to me before. Yeah, as for the series, who knows what that is going to be in reality. But I think it would be lovely to have some legacy actors in there as well to kind of connect the series to the films. But who knows? Yeah, I'd never say never. I love working.
I'm so sorry, that's all we've got time for. If you can remember that last film.
Oh, what's the 4 films? You're not going to let me off the hook, is she? I'm sitting in my room watching... Oh, what's it going to be? Oh, I want to throw a Pixar movie in and I'm trying to think of the one. The first Toy Story, when it first came out, was so groundbreaking and brilliant. We've all got used to that now, but when it first came out, it was just like phenomenal. And if I say something nice about Pixar, maybe they'll put me in as a voice. And also, I love Wallace and Gromit as well. Hopefully they'll hear that and put me in as a voice. Voice acting's great because you can sit in your PJs in a booth. No need to get sticky makeup on your face. I love that.
Warwick Davis.
Thanks everyone, appreciate
Thank you so much.
it. Over that. Like a conveyor belt.